Welcome back to Your Own University TV, where we're going to talk about what sets you apart from everybody else in the world, because you matter. So this is part 2 in this how to really step into your calling and your divine gifts. So we went over the negative part in the first series, now we're going over the positive part. And I have written down here that this is all about how to stay positive. And I thought I was going to talk about something else, but there's actually ingredients that I use to increase my positivity and stay as positive as possible. And believe me, like, I have triggers, I have things come up, I have things that I have to look at, I have all of my life to deal with too. So I'm going to share pieces of my heart and my life with you. And I also am going to give you this formula that has helped me overcome everything from cancer, PTSD, and really reframe some not so great habits into magnificent ones. So when it comes to me overcoming things in my life, I just want to relate to you for just a second, because I know that there's times in our lives where we go through physical illness, and I believe that we go through that to get to know our bodies. And I also believe that we get to know our brains, so our brains bring up memories and funny things, and we have different experiences. You know, so many people go through battling a period of depression or anxiety or just unrest, right? And then emotionally, getting to know how you process emotions and who you are different from everybody else in the world is a huge signature in who you are. And so this first thing isn't about like being healthy or anything, but it's really about what I found helps me appreciate life. And it is adventures. And oftentimes adventures, you don't really know what to expect. So I love to plan adventures and do different things. I notice when I'm not doing them, my life is just, it can get in a rut and get dull. It can feel icky. And so this is one of my adventures this weekend, is hiking up this glacier. And I also went to the beach, and I woke up to a beautiful rainbow. And it's just spontaneous adventures and planning things that you want to do. The next piece goes along with adventure, and that is doing things in nature. And oftentimes adventure we think of as a vacation, and we think, oh, we have to have all this time and all this money to have an adventure. And it's not true at all. Like, you can have adventure on pennies. You can also have an adventure by going to the next town or next city, or driving 2 or 3 hours down the road and just saying, what can we do here? How can we get to know this land? And set up camp and have an adventure. It is about a personality of curiosity and the drive to experience. Did you get it already?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it. Glacier water. The coldest in the world.
So this brings me to number 2. Hey, I look refreshed because I just put my head in that water. And that brings me to point number 2. Really great water. When I don't drink water, which actually I just went through a period in my life where I stopped drinking water for some reason, you just go through it. I got too busy or whatever. I feel it. Like, I get tired, my body doesn't run as well. Water is so important, and we just don't drink enough of it. So you need half your body ounces of water a day. If you drink coffee or cola or any sugary drinks, for every 5 ounces of coffee, you need another 8 ounces of water. I drink about 20 ounces of coffee a day, sometimes more. So I try to drink about 100 ounces of water a day. So that puts me over. So it's 4 of my 30 ounce things. It's really like about 90. But anyway, that is point number 2 in this video about how to stay positive. Your life is just going to be better when you have water in it. All sorts of wonderful water. And fresh water is the best.
Alaska women stepping in glacial water. About to put her head right in it. Oh my gosh, it's freezing. I already got in.
Ingredient number 3 for a positive life has to do with what you ingest. Now, this goes a couple different ways. We're gonna kick it off with food, and I have one rule. And if you ever join any of my programs, the Amazing You program, my Nourish You program, or my Divine in 9 yoga series, I'm gonna share with you one tip. And that is, if God didn't make it, don't eat it. Now, can we do this all the time? Absolutely not. However, great veggies and fruits and vegetables and really great meat are really important to you. And the closer to nature you can eat them, the better. So the next thing that you should nourish yourself with in order to stay positive is positive thoughts. Now, oftentimes we spend our time scrolling Facebook and we get into political things or brainless things or just kind of wasting time things, and all of that is great and dandy. However, it is wonderful to fill your mind with more thoughts that are positive, more thoughts that you want to think than thoughts that you don't want to think. And this takes some training and some awareness and some imagination, because oftentimes things don't look the way that we want them to look. We talked about that in the last video. We want things to be different and look different. I know I do in certain areas of my life. So one thing that I learned when I was in college, I was living in downtown Denver, and I started walking. And when I'd walk, I'd think, I am skinny, I am skinny, I am skinny, I am skinny. And I would just walk, and I wasn't working out as hard as I usually had in years prior to that. I was just really walking to and from work, and I released so much weight. And I didn't change the way I was eating. I didn't do anything. I might have drank more water. Water tends to help us release weight. But I gave myself that positivity, and I gave myself the belief that I wanted to give. And eventually I began to believe it. And that shifted my reality. Now, I was coming out of an eating disorder at the time, and so I was convincing myself that I could trust my body, that I could trust myself to be lean. And in all honesty, except a few pregnancies that I had, I've relatively been the same weight since high school. So if I can do it, you can do it too. So now we're on the final piece of today's segment, and that's about positivity and about vibration. So vibing and being in your own vibration, meaning your natural signature vibration, is really key. And the only way that I've really found that this happens is through meditation. And it's quite a lot to meditate. But you can meditate 5-10 minutes a day and get huge results of connecting with your own inner being. However, oftentimes when we are just starting to meditate, or when we're under stress, or maybe you don't have the resources as finances coming in, maybe you don't have the time that you desire to come in, then it's hard to get in that place because our mind's going. Maybe you have physical ailments and you have that physical pain, so it's challenging to get that physical pain. So this is what I do instead, and it is called grounding. So I'll show you my feet. They're my feet, and it's as simple as this. You're just gonna walk on the ground, and you're gonna feel the earth. It also helps to sit on the earth. It also helps to get into some water, in a lake or an ocean. That will help you feel grounded. That will help equalize your own natural vibration back to yourself. And then if you can sit for a couple minutes, a couple breaths, and allow your thoughts to just go without attachment and allow yourself to just be within yourself, you will reach that positive state of your beautifulness, your effortlessness, your self. And so that is how we stay positive. Does it mean always being happy? No. I have been positive in some of the most dire moments of my life, and moments where I have contemplated my own life, in all honesty, and it's been really painful. However, I've been peaceful, I've been centered, and I've been in a place of positivity where other things manifested of beauty from that situation. So You can be positive in any situation. You can be in your own beautiful vibration in any situation. I hope that you go out and create adventure for yourself. Take some mini vacations. Get out of your own space. I hope that you drink a lot more water this week and feel how great you feel in your skin. I hope that you eat what God created for you to eat and really stay away from all of the things that are manufactured by man. And or at least 80% of the time, right? Give your body that love so you can live healthy, mind and body. And then get out and get into your own vibe. Bring your feet onto earth and in the water and enjoy who you are. Take a moment and just breathe and be who you are without trying to fix, change, or do anything, because you were made in the image of God. You are made absolutely perfect, no matter what is happening in your life right now. And that's going to bring you into a positive state. A positive state meaning that you are attracting into your life what you desire, that you are receiving and then in that receptive mode, that you are a positive charge in the world. I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Give us a thumbs up if you like this episode. Please share it with your friends. It was fun to venture around Alaska with you, and I love you so much. I will talk to you soon. Bye.